Hi, I'm Mr. Burke, and welcome back to my Introduction to Latin series. Today, we're going to be talking about substantive adjectives. Now, a substantive adjective is when an author decides that the noun that the adjective is modifying is so obvious that he doesn't even need to write the noun. Which I know sounds a little weird, but it gets to one of my favorite parts about Latin. Latin is all about word density. The fewest words doing the most possible so that your sentences are terse. Believe it or not, this is not so foreign a concept for English speakers. We do, in English, have some substantive adjectives. For example, the walking dead. Notice walking and dead are adjectives, but there's no noun because in English we just understand the dead to mean dead people. Or consider you gotta take the good with the bad. Good and bad are adjectives, but in English, we understand the good to mean good things and the bad to mean bad things. You have to take the good things with the bad things. Or more tersely, more condensed, you gotta take the good with the bad. Latin can do this for any adjective it wants, which is really exciting and opens up a lot of possibilities. But how do you know whether Latin is implying people, like the walking dead is the walking dead people, or things, like you gotta take the good things with the bad things? Well, this is why it was so important last time to learn about the properties of adjectives, being gender, number, and case. An adjective will imply a different noun based on its gender and number. On a very basic level, it will work this way. If an adjective is masculine, it's probably implying the noun man, or in the plural, men. If an adjective is feminine, it's probably implying the noun woman, or in the plural, women. And if an adjective is neuter, it's probably implying the noun thing, or in the plural, things. So for example, bona. If that's feminine singular, it probably means the good woman. But if it's neuter plural, it means the good things. Or bonus means the good man. A quick word of caution. If you were to see bona, it's more likely to be neuter plural than feminine singular. It could be feminine singular, it's just that the neuter plurals are way more common with substantive adjectives. A few substantive adjectives are so common that they get written in our dictionaries as nouns. So for example, amicus, amica, amicum means friendly. And so amicus, masculine, would mean a friendly man, which just comes to mean a friend. So if you look up in a dictionary, amicus amici masculine, you'll probably see it defined as a friend, even though it could be argued that in essence, this is a substantive adjective. Or consider altum. Altus, alta, altum is deep or high. So altum, neuter, is the deep thing. But the deep thing is the sea. We actually use the substantive adjective in English too when we say the deep. But if you look up in certain dictionaries, altum, alti, neuter, you might see it defined as the sea, even though in essence this also is a substantive adjective. When we get into more advanced Latin text, sometimes the substantive adjective will be context specific. For example, Caesar says all Gaul is divided into 3 parts, and then he says the Belgae inhabit 1. 1 here, even in English, is a substantive adjective. It means one part based on the context. Well, the word for part in Latin is feminine. So when I say the Belgae inhabit 1, and I mean the Belgae inhabit 1 part, I have to use the feminine accusative singular, unam. The Belgae inhabit unam, because the implied word is feminine. Notice, when I say unam in this specific context, I'm not saying one woman, even though it's substantive, because this substantive is context specific. Again, that's something we're going to be practicing in upper level Latin, and something to put aside for now. For now, I want you to be able to see amicus and think the friendly man, or bona and think the good things. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we learned about substantive adjectives. These are adjectives that essentially imply their noun. They can imply nouns like man or men, or woman or women, or thing or things, based on their gender and number. They can also imply other nouns, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Until next time, Wale!